Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my competent learners. Welcome to English Academy UGP. My today's lecture will cover the Romantic age that started from 1760 and ended at 1837. Before proceeding that lecture, don't forget to subscribe my channel, like and share that video and press the bell icon button so you can easily receive the newly made video. Let's proceed the lecture. The Romantic age started with the reign of George III, who reigned from 1760 till 1820. There were two historical events that happened in the reign of George III. The first one was the American War of Independence, and the second historical event was the French Revolution. As far as the American War of Independence is concerned, the Americans rebelled against the British tyranny in 1775 and declared themselves independent in 1776. After many military defeats, the British at last acknowledged American independence in 1783. And when we talk about the French Revolution was a mass revolt of the oppressed French people against their king and privileged upper class of society. This revolution began in 1798 in France. In 1792, kingship was abolished in France and republic proclaimed. Napoleon rose to power and then started Napoleonic Wars with England fighting against the French supremacy in Europe. In 1804, Napoleon became the emperor. Napoleon was defeated at the Battle of Leipzig in 1813 and banished to Elba. In 1815, he escaped, but he was defeated again by the Duke of Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo and sent to Helena, where he died in 1821. This age was also very important from literary point of view, as Oliver Goldsmith's novel Vicar of Wakefield was written in 1766. Edward Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire was written in 1788. James Boswell's Life of Johnson was written in 1791. Lawrence Turner's novel Tristram Shandy was written also in that age. This age helped the start and the flourishing of the Romantic movement that is also called Romantic Revival. As in France, Rousseau produced his famous book Social Contract in 1762, in which he pleaded for the freedom of man from social and political shackles. He raised the cry back to nature. In England, Percy's Relics of Ancient Poetry revived the interest in folklore. Chatterton, Cowper, Burns and Blake, all these were the forerunners of the Romantic movement. And this Romantic movement had three factors. First one is liberty, second one is fraternity, and the third one is equality. In 1798, Wordsworth and Coleridge published their famous lyrical ballads, which launched the Romantic era in England. Southey, Byron, Shelley and Keats were also the famous Romantic poets. They have laid the foundation of the Romantic revival in English literature. Famous Romantic novelists were Jane Austen and Scott. Charles Lamb, De Quincey and William Hazlitt were the famous essayists of that age. Then the era of George IV started from 1820 and ended at 1830. In his age, Catholic Emancipation Bill was passed in 1829. This bill forces over more religious toleration for the Catholics whose freedom had been curtailed after the Glorious Revolution of 1688. William IV reigned from 1830 till 1837. The first English Reform Bill was passed in 1832, which gave the right of vote to a large number of people. In 1833, slavery was abolished in British colonies. Charles Dickens published his famous novel Pickwick Papers in 1836. Thomas Carlyle published his book The French Revolution in 1837. This was the political background of the Romantic Age in detail and of literary background in short. Hopefully, we have got that political and literary background of the Romantic Age. Don't forget to leave your precious remarks in comment box. Let's wind up today's lecture with the message: do the best and be the best. Stay blessed, stay connected and stay updated. Allah Hafiz.